Our reaction to coronavirus has already been worse than the virus itself. A terrorist could never succeed as well at shutting down businesses with a bomb in the United States as we have by this ridiculous, inaccurate testing. Dr. Singhang Lee from Milford, Connecticut, published a study that showed that the reference samples that are used to validate the COVID-19 test, 30% were false positives. When he sequenced the PCR product, 40% were false negatives. What are we doing with PCR testing? And if you test everyone in a population with a CT scan, you're going to find cancers in everyone, and you're going to do biopsies on everyone at a rate where you're going to end up doing a lot of harm. Every person that has a false positive rate, when the infection rates are low, and there's something like 2% active infection, maybe maximum, per year with coronavirus across the United States right now. We're going to have far more false positives, even if the false positive rate's just 1%. What does that lead to? It leads to contact tracing of those 14 people that you saw in the mall the other day. You're shutting down those 14 businesses. Bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb, shutting down our economy. That's cruel. And then on top of it, we're bringing quaternary ammonium compounds into schools. I'm going to spell a name for you. H-R-U-B-E-C, Terry Hrubik. The H is not pronounced, Terry Hrubik. She did studies of these cleaners that we're bringing into the schools, and we're spraying all over the schools every day or every week to fight coronavirus. She found in mice neural tube defects to the rate of 15% of the pups, and a reduction in the reproductive capacity of both male and female mice of 50% with these, they're called quats. Look them up. I just did an Unbreaking Science episode. Look at hashtag Unbreaking Science. I interviewed Dr. Hrubik yesterday. What are we doing to our children? Exposing them to these cleaners that might shut down their reproduction, that might harm their immune systems, that might cause their children for 2 generations to be less reproductively capable, for 2 generations to have neural tube defects. Look up and think about what we're doing. Our society is messed up because we don't think about attendant consequences, and we base our for-profit medical system on the externalization of costs on people like these families. She bears the cost. You all bear the cost. Let's bring liability back to the vaccine program in the United States. And the last thing I want to say, that the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program itself, I believe, is corrupt. I was an expert in that program, and I quit that program after a special master attempted to bribe me to change my testimony for payment. And you put that on the record. On top of it, the probability of anybody getting, you have no chance in the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program because you heard earlier, HHS determines which vaccine injuries are real. HHS is the defendant in the case. HHS writes its own ticket to what you can charge it with. It's like me robbing a bank and saying, you can't charge me for taking the 50s. I'm writing the rules in my own courtroom. That system is so backwards, it's unbelievable. So please, do your own research, look up quats, look up quacks, look up coronavirus, and I want to thank you, Representative Metcalf, for today.